Back now to Florida, where it is day 2 of sentencing for the pregnant mistress murder trial. This is for defendant Jose Soto-Escalera. He faces the death penalty after a jury found him guilty last week in the murder of his mistress, Tanya Wise, who was 8.5 months pregnant with their unborn child. Now we're going to hear from his mother. She has entered the courtroom. Let's go in.
Tell these folks who you are.
Bien, señora, dígale a estos señores aquí, ¿quién es usted?
Me llamo Carmen Escalera.
My name is Carmen Escalera.
Okay. You see Jose there.
¿Usted ve a José allá?
How do you know him?
¿Cómo es que lo conoce? ¿Perdón? I know him because he is my son.
Okay. You remember when I came to visit you?
¿Usted recuerda cuando le fui a visitar en Connecticut?
Sí, yo me recuerdo, pero no recuerdo el día.
Yes, I remember that, but I don't remember the day.
Oh, you don't have to remember the exact day.
No tiene que recordar el día.
But I took some items away with me from you, right?
Yo tomé algunas cosas conmigo.
Yeah, pictures.
Yes, pictures.
So we'll get to them. We'll get to them first, okay?
Hablaremos de ello primero.
So I'm going to. May I approach the witness, Judge? You may.
¿Me puedo sacar la
I'm going to show you some items, some photos.
Le voy a mostrar algunas fotos.
It is Defense Penalty Phase Exhibit 3.
Es el pruebas número a ser admitidas número 3 del panel de la defensa.
Just hold them and take a look
Si
at
usted
them.
puede tomarlas y mirarlas.
Take a look through each one.
Mire cada una. This is me.
Oh, you don't have to. I'm going to ask you about them after you just.
No, le voy a preguntar en un momento. Solamente deseo que las mire a ver si las reconoce.
Have you looked through them?
¿Las revisó todas? Yes.
Do these photographs accurately represent these items that I have right here?
Estas fotografías aquí describen exactamente lo que yo tomé aquí. Yes, all of them, just like it is.
Okay, Judge, at this time I would like to move the photo composite defense penalty phase 3 into evidence.
No objection.
Those items will come into evidence without objection.
Thank you. Then, Judge, I would like to, I'm going to review the items one at a time with the witness. The photos will go back in evidence, but I'd like to publish the actual items if I might.
Any objection to that? Do you know what he's referring to?
No objection.
Okay, you may do so.
Yeah, I'll hand the actual photos
Sure.
around.
You
They
may
will
do
not
so.
go back. Yes, they will. The photos, this will stay with you,
Estas fotos se quedan con usted.
okay?
¿Está bien?
The rest. The rest.
The rest of the pictures.
All of it goes to you.
Todas se les va a devolver.
Okay, the jury will work with the photos.
El jurado se quedará con estas fotos, pero usted recibirá los marcos.
So let's work at them one at a time, okay?
Entonces, hablemos de una a la vez, ¿está bien?
This photograph, what is this a picture of?
Esta fotografía, ¿quién está en esa foto?
My son, no, my son, my sobrino. Mi sobrino.
That's my nephew.
And who is this?
¿Y quién está allí? That's me.
That's you.
Ese es usted.
All that hair.
Con todo ese cabello.
Yeah, nada que tocar. Okay.
That's gone.
Okay.
We'll collect the money then. Do you recognize this item?
¿Usted reconoce este objeto? José.
That's Jose.
¿Ese es José? That's José.
Do you know how old Jose is?
¿Usted sabe qué edad tiene allí?
Allí,
¿Perdón?
un año que tenía.
1 year old.
Do you recognize this photograph?
¿Reconoce esta
My
foto?
grandson, that's it.
My grandson.
Sons.
Hábleme en español, señora.
Esos son mis nietos.
Those are my grandchildren. José's sons.
Jose's son.
Los hijos de José.
Who's
Yes.
who?
¿Cuál es cuál?
Daniel y el otro.
And Damian and the other one, I don't remember the name.
Was this picture taken a long time ago?
Esta foto fue hace mucho tiempo. Yeah, it's a very old picture.
Thank you.
Gracias.
This photograph, this Jose too?
¿Y esta foto es José también? Yes, also José.
Was this a school photo or did you take it yourself?
Esta fue una foto, señora, espérame. ¿Esta foto fue tomada por usted o en la escuela?
No, eso fue school.
That's from school.
Thank you. Do you remember what grade Jose was in there?
¿Recuerda en qué año estaba?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Oh, not in kindergarten anymore, I don't think. Who is this?
¿Y este quién es?
My son and his friend.
My son and his friend.
That's Jose?
¿Él es José? That's
He
José.
was younger.
¿Perdón?
Sí, está jovencito aquí.
He's young in there.
Do you remember?
All the pictures that I have here around him.
The young lady, do you know who that is?
¿La jovencita sabe quién es?
Nancy, something like that.
¿Perdón?
Nancy.
I think Nancy, something like that.
Do you remember about how old was Jose when this photograph was taken?
¿Usted recuerda qué edad tenía José cuando tomaron esa foto?
He was 12 or 13 years old in that photo.
He was 12 or 13 years old in that picture.
14.
Or 14.
14.
Was this photograph taken in your house?
¿Esa foto la tomaron en la casa de usted?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Who are we looking at here?
Y aquí estamos mirando acá. My grandchildren.
These Jose's children?
Los hijos de José.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we've got 5 photos. They look like they're taken. Were these taken at the same time?
Acá hay 5 fotos. Fueron las 5 fotos tomadas a la misma vez. Yes. Yes. Yes, the same place, the same house. I ordered them.
My daughter and that was it.
That's my
This is
daughter
Jose?
and that's Jose. Is this Jose
His sister.
and his sister?
Yes.
Did you have a photographer come to the house to do this?
Yeah.
Un fotógrafo vino a la casa. Yes.
How old do you?
Listening to Jose's mother there on the stand, she will continue giving the information in the background about her son when we come back. Stay with us. You're watching Court TV Live, your front row seat to justice.
Tragedy on the Mississippi, a young mother executed.
And her 2-day-old daughter allegedly thrown into the river.
Now the baby's father stands trial for double murder.
The Baby in the River murder trial, today, only on Court TV.
The brutal murders of 2 young girls.
Delphi is not one of those places where this would happen.
I killed Abby and Modique.
Victim to Verdict with Ted Rollins. Season premieres Saturday night, 8 Eastern and Pacific.
Only on Court TV.
Before we get you back into the courtroom, we do have a quick update on another trial that we are monitoring here at Court TV. This one's out of Memphis, Tennessee. Defendant Brandon Isabel is accused of murdering his child's mother, then throwing away their 2-year-old daughter. This was into the Mississippi River. It happened more than 3 years ago. Earlier this morning, a police sergeant took the stand and helped identify a beanie hat that was found near the river. Take a listen.
On that island, was anything of note found?
Yes.
What was found?
A small hat, like a beanie style hat, the kind that you would give an infant child when you release that child from care at the hospital. It was white and it had some design on it.
And if you'll take a look at that photograph, do you recognize it?
I do.
And what is that a picture of?
That is the hat.
We will continue to keep a close eye on that courtroom and bring you updates throughout the day right here on Court TV. And you can also watch this trial, the Brandon Isabel trial. We have it streaming live on CourtTV.com. But now let's head back to Florida, where Jose Soto-Escalera is facing a potential death sentence after being convicted of first-degree murder last week. It has been 7 years since the body of 23-year-old Tanya Wise was found in a ditch off a rural road. Now the father of her unborn child, Jose Soto-Escalera, faces a potential death sentence after being convicted of her murder. So let's get you back into that courtroom. More of the defendant's mother.
How old do you remember Jose is there?
¿Qué edad recuerda usted que tenía José allí?
Ella tiene como, él tiene entre 2 años.
He's about 2.
Y ella entre 1.
She's about 1.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, this is the last item.
Este es el último objeto.
What is this?
¿Qué es esto?
Un diploma de la escuela de José.
That was a school diploma from Jose.
And the date is 1982, is that right?
El año es 1982, ¿es eso correcto? Yes.
And
This is there.
And it says that that's Jose's name there?
¿Y está el nombre de José allí?
Escalera.
Yes, José Escalera.
This diploma says that in 1982, Jose Escalera is entitled to promotion from kindergarten to first grade.
Acá dice que José Escalera en el 98 entonces pasó de kindergarten a primer año. Yes, to first grade.
And that's given at Bridgeport.
Y eso se hizo en Bridgeport. Yes. Gracias.
Tell me about when you and Jose were living in Bridgeport and Jose was growing up in Bridgeport. Was it a tough neighborhood or a nice neighborhood?
Cuéntame cuando usted y José vivían allí, cuando él estaba creciendo en Bridgeport. ¿Era un barrio difícil o era un barrio bueno? It was a good one.
How long did you live there?
¿Cuánto tiempo vivió allí?
20 años ahí.
Over 20 years there.
And in this good neighborhood, did you have a lot of money, ma'am?
¿Y en este barrio tenía usted mucho dinero? Money from where?
Can you, remembering Jose when he was in school or when he was with that young lady, remembering Jose's essential nature, would you describe Jose as a violent person?
¿Usted recuerda cuando José en esa foto de jovencito con esa amiga, usted recuerda cuál era la naturaleza de su personalidad? Que si él era un muchacho violento?
No.
No.
Él era amable.
He was kind.
Had you ever seen him to hit anybody or be involved in fighting?
¿Usted alguna vez lo vio a él pegarle a alguien o estar involucrado en alguna pelea?
Una persona que yo puede estar mirando, pero no lo va a ir a golpear.
No, he was one that I have to defend, so nobody will be hitting him.
Oh, he had to be defended himself.
¿Qué tenía que defenderse?
Él solo no entendiendo cada problema.
No, he never asked for trouble.
How did he do in school?
¿Cómo le iba en la escuela? Very well.
Did he go all the way through and get a high school diploma?
¿Terminó la escuela y sacó su diploma de high school? No.
Did he move to Florida when he was a teenager?
Él se mudó a Florida cuando era un adolescente. Yes.
And did he work and make his own way when he came to Florida?
Él trabajó y se mantenía él mismo aquí cuando se mudó a Florida. He was working all by himself.
You mentioned that Jose was kind.
Usted dijo que José era amable.
Sí.
Yes.
Was he the type to become hot-headed and angry?
Él era el tipo de que se le calentaba la cabeza y se enojaba. No. Not at all.
Did you observe him, or would you characterize Jose as being a positive influence on his cousins?
¿Usted lo veía a José como que él era una influencia positiva a sus primos?
No,
¿Perdón?
no.
No.
No, he was not a good influence. Was he a
No,
bad
no,
influence?
¿No era buena
él
influencia?
no era, él no le hacía nada a mí, ni nada, él de eso servía, era que no,
¿Perdón?
no de eso, él no, no sé, que no es una no era mala influencia para las nenas, no para
He was not bad influence to the children.
He was not a bad influence.
No era mala influencia.
no.
No.
Was he a good influence?
Él era buena influencia. Yes.
Have you been able to stay in communication with Jose while he's been in jail here?
Mientras él estaba aquí en la cárcel, ¿usted ha estado en comunicación con él? Yes. By phone.
Have you been able to put any money into the jail so Jose could buy snacks or stuff like that?
¿Usted ha podido poner dinero en la cuenta de él para que él pueda comprar cosas de comer? Yes. Yes.
Do you know whether Jose provided support for his children, financial support?
¿Usted sabe si es que José mantenía económicamente a sus hijos?
Él mantenía así.
He supported them.
Is there anything else about Jose's nature or character that you would like these folks here to think about when they make their decision?
¿Hay algo que usted desea decir de la naturaleza o de la personalidad de José aquí a estas personas para que ellos tengan en cuenta cuando tomen su decisión?
Bueno, con respeto le digo a ellos.
With all due respect,
Esa decisión de él.
that is his decision.
Thank you. That's all the questions I have for you, ma'am. Thank you for coming.
Gracias, esas son las preguntas que tengo. Gracias por estar presente.
Any questions from the state?
¿La fiscalía desea preguntar? No hay preguntas.
Thank you. You may step down from the witness stand.
Usted puede retirarse, señora. Ahí la van a ayudar.